Hey guys, Tyler here with Secureteam. There are very few times where I have been as pleased to show you a piece of UFO footage that completely stopped me in my tracks as I am today, and with this piece of footage you're seeing here. This video was captured by a man who lives right outside of Boston in a town called Medford. It's of, well, I really don't have to state the obvious. This unmistakable craft here, that the source who emailed me about it had actually been emailing me for quite some time about these objects that he had been seeing above his home and near his home in Medford, Massachusetts. And here are some of the still images of this UFO. Here's the first image in which we see that is a screen grab of right when the UFO first appears. It's a very cloudy day, very overcast day, and here we have a second image. It's the best shot that we could get, the clearest shot before it disappeared back into the clouds. And as you see in the footage, he's actually walking around the side of his house. After he saw this object, he had just actually gotten home. He pulled into his driveway and saw something, he didn't know what, in the sky, sort of hovering, sort of coming in and out of the cloud cover. He didn't know, it looked to him like a balloon or a hot air balloon at first. So he got out, he walked around the side of his house. The frame cuts in right as he turns his phone on and begins recording. And what he catches is nothing short of amazing. This is not a balloon. This is not a hot air balloon. This is not a government craft. I've never seen a T-shaped government craft before, and I've never heard of one spoken about as a black project craft. And believe me, you can guarantee that me or one of my friends who I work with would have been the first to hear about it, because we're in constant contact with military and former military personnel who leak us information all the time. And the source of this footage had actually been emailing. He's been corresponding with us probably for about the past 3 or 4 weeks now, emailing us about these crafts that he's seen, but he's never been able to get a good piece of footage of it. You know, the objects are either extremely far away, too far away to get a good shot of, or appear and disappear so quickly that, I mean, he's unfortunately never had the chance to get us a good piece of footage. So probably after about 10 or 12 different emails of him discussing this story and of seeing these objects, he said he's been seeing these objects probably about for the past 2 months. And he's contacted local media about it. They don't want to hear it. He's contacted the nearest Air Force bases. Of course, they deny any involvement. I mean, nor would they tell you anyway. And finally, just a few days ago, he was able to capture this video, and I was just personally extremely happy that he did, because I had been reading his emails, you know, very detailed emails about these crafts, these T-shaped crafts. He said sometimes they were in the form of L's or T's. At least that's what they look like to him. And so he finally got this craft. And he also told me that he's seeing these things at night. And another thing that leads me to believe that this isn't a government craft is that it doesn't have any lights on it. And he said that whenever he's seen these things at night, they do not have any lights on them. He said the only way that he has seen them at night is basically when it's just at dusk, when there's barely enough light still in the sky where you can faintly see the outline of one of these crafts. He said, you know, once it's completely pitch black, it's impossible to see them. And I agree with him and with many of you that no alien craft is likely to need aviational lights. So this one really stood out to me. It's an amazing piece of footage, just one of the pieces of footage that we're going to show you in this video. We've actually got 2 other pieces of footage that were sent in to us. There's been a lot of UFO sightings lately, a lot of mysterious happenings in our skies, and this is just one of them. And I gotta say, my mind's just blown. It doesn't look like a balloon to me. There's nothing in the footage that would suggest it's CGI or computer generated. Another thing with this footage is that just as the craft starts disappearing back into the clouds, you can see that the craft actually begins to rotate. It turns away and looks to start moving south away from the camera's view. I mean, that's unmistakable as well. This object is moving, it's maneuvering, and And there is no doubt in my mind that we will have multiple viewers of ours email us as well as post on this video that they too have seen this craft, because this is not the first time I've had someone email me describing one of these squarish T-shaped crafts. So here's the second piece of footage that we want to show you guys here of a mysterious light that was caught in the skies by a viewer of ours by the name of Seth Baldwin. This happened near Sedona, Arizona. A lot of mysterious things happening out in Arizona. We actually had a viewer contact us just the other day, I think it was the day before yesterday, where he had seen a UFO that was, at the time of the email, live. It was happening right then, so we went ahead and posted to our Facebook and Twitter asking anyone from the Tucson, Arizona area, which is where this individual was, if they had seen this UFO that was being seen, and just asking them to bust out your tripods and your high-resolution camera equipment to see if they could catch it. So I'm always talking to you guys. I'm always updating you on our Facebook and Twitter. And again, this was captured in Sedona, Arizona. Seth, the individual who captured the footage, said that this ball of light in the sky was there for about 10 minutes. He decided to record it, and as you see in the video, at one point the brightness of this object gets extremely bright before it completely disappears. And the source also stated that at the time their dogs were acting completely crazy for no reason, and that it was definitely out of the norm for his dogs to act like that. And I agree that animals do have a sixth sense about these things, and they do act very peculiar when something is amiss or something is near them that they don't like. They can sense these things. So it's definitely another mysterious piece of footage. There was actually another video that was posted, I think, on the Daily Mail's website, of a ball of light similar to this in the dash cam video in Scotland that shows another one of these bright glowing lights hovering over the mountainside, captured on this dash cam footage of a local resident. And again, that light also didn't look like anything. It was way too big to be a Chinese lantern or anything like that, and it was just another one of these giant, mysterious glowing lights that eventually disappeared, just as this one did. So it's definitely interesting. And our last piece of footage, which is what you're seeing here, may at first glance look like a bunch of balloons tied together. However, if you watch the entire duration of this video, there seem to be some orbs following and surrounding this craft. You'll actually see one right here. And once again, at the end of this footage, we will show you again. I think there is much more to this UFO here than what you may, in your first, most basic instincts, want to view it as, which is possibly a bunch of balloons tied together. However, after, zooming into it, this object sort of twists. It's in a twisted shape, and there are definitely some very odd things happening around it. I can count at least 2 times where this UFO drops something. To me, it looks like an orb because it's blurry, but you will see at least twice, at the beginning of the video and at the end, these odd white orbs. One drops down from the object, and the other is seen flying away in a straight line away from the UFO. So watch the entire video, and we will play you the clips of these very mysterious orbs that seem to be coming from it. So you just saw the entire piece of footage, and if you didn't see them at first, here is the first instance of the video in which we see these orbs. This is toward the beginning of the video, and it's the clip that you're seeing here. You see this orb flying up and away from this object, and the cameraman is actually following this small white object. So the object is flying up and to the right and away. It's not falling down. And that was very mysterious to me. And that's not something you would normally see with balloons. So I honestly, when I saw these orbs, that really took me back and made me reevaluate what I was looking at here. Not everything hovering in the sky is a balloon or a Chinese lantern or something man-made. And the second clip of a completely different orb is in this clip you're seeing here, which happened at the very end of the footage, in which we see another one of these white objects slowly dropping from this large yellow UFO, as you're seeing here. And you can see it dropping down extremely slowly, and yeah, I mean, what is that? One orb is flying across and up away from the UFO, and then we have another orb dropping slowly and at a different speed than the first orb in a different direction. So again, it's amazing footage, and by the way, this footage was captured by a viewer of ours named Nick Zach, and he is a researcher, as we are, for the past 10 years. He sent us this piece of footage, which he actually uploaded to his YouTube channel, which we will link to down in the video description. And when we asked him about these UFOs, he made it very clear that these orbs and these ships have been following him for the past 10 years. He says that every time he's looked up, there has been something interesting. And as he mentioned in his email, this, what at first glance looks like a so-called balloon, or squiggly ship, as he called it, has been seen throughout the world, and I agree with that, it has. We've seen a lot of videos of these very long, weird, kind of squiggly shaped UFOs, but I have not seen one quite as interesting as this one, in which we see these orbs coming from the object, flying in different directions. That just really, like, I'm stumped about that. And that before he actually shot the video, he said that there were military fighter planes high up in the sky doing some sort of circling or a drill of some sort. Now, is it related to this footage? Who knows? He isn't sure. But once again, we want to thank him for sending in this footage. We'd like to thank all of our sources. We have some amazing video here. There is a lot more to this beautiful sky than we take credit for when we look up. There are things out there. You may not always be able to see them. You may not always know what they are, but I guarantee you they are not all man-made. So definitely some interesting footage. I want to hear your guys' opinion of it. This is the kind of stuff that I get up for and that we really appreciate from our viewers, who without them, we wouldn't even have a channel. So everyone, keep your eyes open, keep your cameras ready, share, like, and subscribe on your way out. I really appreciate it. And as always, stick around and stay safe.
We'll be right back.